Yes, it's Thursday. It's another thankful Thursday. Health, strength, and your ability to create wealth. What are you thankful for? Yeah, you. You know every Thursday we ask, what are you thankful for? Well, this Thursday, I'm thankful for leadership. Yes, leadership. The ability to influence, inspire, and motivate individuals toward a common goal, vision, or achievement, or an objective. Yes, that is leadership. When we look at a lot of situations around us, people are quick to cast blame as to why something didn't happen, why something did happen, and they want to get credit for a lot of things. And when we turn around and we look at various situations, it all boils down to a quote by John C. Maxwell that he wrote in the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, where he says, everything rises and falls on leadership. And that is correct. When you look at a progressing organization, check the leadership. When you look at a organization that's not doing so well, check the leadership. When you look at a family, when you look at a relationship, when you look at businesses, when you look at all the things around you, check the leadership, and that will determine how things are going. Because those people, that person sets the temperature, sets the cost, sets the motivation, it sets the vision, the inspiration as to how do I get the people around me to buy into this vision. But before we even do that, a lot of people look at, or they hear the word leadership and they say, well, that has nothing to do with me because I'm no leader. And that's just quite the opposite, because guess what? You are a leader. Before a person becomes a leader of 5 or a leader of 50, the first person that they have to become a leader of is themselves. You ever see a leader that, quote unquote, that can lead an organization but can't lead themselves? That rarely happens. When you look at leaders around them, you start to see the work that they have done in organization first exhibited in the lives that they have. Meaning first the goals that they have, some of the things that they have achieved, the way they deal with their finances, the way they deal with their families. You can see those things first exhibited first inwardly before it's exhibited outwardly. If you're interested in leading, and all of us should be interested in leading, because the first person we should be leading is ourselves. When we look at our faith, when we look at our fitness, when we look at our finances, when we look at our relationships, we have to understand that we are in charge of where those things go. When it comes to those input, those things that we hold are valuable to us, is all set by us, the leader of ourselves. As we start to grow and we start to exhibit those things inwardly, you will start to see sometimes that you're being volunteered for various different positions, suggested that you take up seats various different places, because people have seen the work that you've done in your life. And sometimes you have to realize, embrace it. You have to realize that they've seen what you have done, and now you have to go on to the next step and start to impact others around you. A lot of time, as you start to develop as leaders, prepare yourself and you will understand that there will be critics. Because guess what? When you were by yourself and you said that you had to stay home to study because you had a goal or you had a course, the people called you crazy. When you couldn't go out at Friday nights because you had to make sure you got up early on Saturday, they say you didn't know what you was doing. It's the same thing with leadership. Some people never see the vision. You know why? It wasn't given to them to see. You're the leader, and now you have to understand that while you walk on this journey, you inspire, and you get people around you motivated to buy inside this vision so you all can reach one common goal. As a leader, your job is to leave the situation in a better state in which you meet it. That is what you're supposed to do. And sometimes you're going to see that on your way, you may not hit the goal, but here's what you find out. You have found and you have shown the people that taking the risk is worth it, that you can learn stuff along the way, so when you attempt it again, you'll be able to put yourself in a better position. As a leader, remember this: everything rises and falls on leadership. And you take that and realize that you're in charge of your life and start to exhibit those things inwardly, and then they will exhibit outwardly. Yes, it's another thankful Thursday. Health, strength, and your ability to create wealth. Go out there and lead yourself to a future that you are proud of.